What's up, everybody? Yo, what's up, Ash? What's going on? My name is Jay Tarantino. What's up, Nate Dogg? I play guitar in a band called Etherius, and I'm playing some tracks for you. I'm going to play that one again. This is a song called The Inevitable End. What's up, Redneck? Oh, you got a long day? 450 people. Damn, dude. Good luck out there, man. All right, man. We're going to keep this moving. Lots of food. Oh, yeah, man. A lot of food. What's up, Robert? All right. Here's a song called March and Defy. Hold on, I gotta fix my camera. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. All right, here's a song called March and Defy. All right, I'm going to play that one again. What's up, Axe Shredder? Redneck's listening to me while he's walking to work. Hell yeah, dude. fuck that part up. Gamer Nor over on Twitch says, nice riff. Thank you very much. What's up, Texas Nikki? Good gravy, arpeggios, and Schweppes? Like Schweppes ginger ale? Shit, I like ginger ale. May you make a request? I actually don't take requests because I don't play covers here. I like Schweppes and I like sweeps, all right. I actually, all right, so I don't take requests here. I play all original music. All the music you're hearing here is my music. It's from my band. So I don't play any covers here. But I hope y'all stick around because I play awesome guitar solos. So if you like metal, then I think you'll like what I'm doing. So please stick around. All right. Here's a song called Gilded Shadows of... No, this is not... This is... I don't even know the names of my own songs sometimes. Save some ladies for the rest of them. Listen, there's plenty to go around. Redneck says, he says, like, be right back, gotta cross the highway. Don't get hit by any cars, man. All right, here's a song called The Dark Oracle. Again, oh yeah, you know what? Hold on, I gotta give myself some shameless promotion here. So, all the songs you're hearing are from my band Etherius. We got a new record called Hymns of the Crimson Raven. We are live on Twitch. We are on TikTok. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook. So check it out. New album, Hymns of the Crimson Raven. Click the link tree in my profile if you want to check it out. And or stick around because I'm going to play all these songs right now. What's up, Curtis? I'm only live because I'm off this week. I don't have work this week, so I can do 2 streams. I can stream during the day and I can stream during the night. So I'm doing 2. What kind of subgenre? I'm going to let you decide. You tell me what subgenres you think. Was a song called The Dark Oracle. What's up, Cornlord? He said, here we go. Oh, did somebody request Floods? No. No Floods. No Metallica. If you request Metallica, I'm banning you. No Metallica. Fucking tired of Metallica. No, I'm not going to play Enter Sandman. No, I'm not going to play Master of Puppets. No, I'm not going to play One. I'm not going to play Seek and Destroy. I'm not playing any Metallica, all right? I just got to piss everyone. Fuck Guns N' Roses, too. Listen, what's up, Fro? Guns N' Roses is the most overrated band of all time. They had one good album that's 38 years old, and they're still living off that shit. So... Oh, Remy called me gay. Uh-oh. I better go run to my mom and cry about it. Listen, man, I'm like one of the best guitar players you're going to see on this app, so know your role and shut your mouth. And I talk a lot of shit, too, so I don't give a fuck. All right, I don't play covers here, guys. No covers, only original music. I only play my own music here. All right, if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Yeah, I'm an asshole. I'm a smart ass. So if you can't handle it, this ain't the place for you. All right, see, Texas Nikki's cool. She said Pantera Metallica. Well, I like Pantera. I like Metallica and I like Pantera. And Guns N' Roses, I can take them or leave them. But like, let's move beyond. There's like better shit out there. Cornlord's getting a kick out of all this. Basic. Yeah, we could say it's basic. All right, see, Gamer says, I like your salty thank you, Gamer. See, Gamer's over on Twitch. I'm salty. Yeah, I'm salty today for no reason. I just want to be a smartass. All right. What do I think about Sabaton? I like Sabaton. They're not my favorite band, but I think they're cool. See, I like Dokken. George Lynch, to me, George Lynch is one of the best guitar players ever. He's phenomenal. Actually, I actually prefer Lynch Mob. I like Lynch Mob a little bit more than Dokken. Cornlord says, I play over 700 songs and people still want Metallica. I know, like, what the fuck, man? Such is life, right? I get it, though. People want to hear what they're familiar with, but listen, man, we live in, like, kids today have the attention span of a fly. I love power metal. Blind Guardian, one of my favorite bands of all time is Blind Guardian. Yeah, I'm a huge power metal fan. All right, Curtis says, I like Metallica and GNR, but not the best. Listen, dude, I like both those bands, but like I said, I just chase everyone out. Everyone's like, this asshole. But yeah, I like Sabaton. They're cool. But for me, I like Blind Guardian. I like Stratovarius. I like Hammerfall. What else? What other bands would I put in that category? Nocturnal. Anybody know the band Nocturnal Rites? Nocturnal Rites is awesome. Who else? Angra. Fucking Angra. Kiko. Amazing band. Let's see, who else? There's a band. I don't know if anybody heard the band Iron Savior. But they're an awesome band. Yo, I just hit the follower goal on Twitch. Who gave me a follow? Whoever gave me a follow on Twitch, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Wait, you live next door to Hammerfall? You lived next door to Hammerfall? What's up, VT? Thank you. Did you live in... They're from Sweden? Are they from Sweden? What country are they from? I forget. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you live in Texas. They're from Sweden. All right, that's what I thought. All right, thank you. Everybody on Twitch has let me know. Hammerfall is from Sweden. That's fucking cool. What's up, Felix? All right, Redneck's got a request. See, Redneck, I know Redneck's going to request an Etherius song, so that's acceptable. It was another hammer. I'm doing well. How are you? All right, I'm going to play a song. This song is called Thread of Life. This is a track, again, you want the rhythm rivers. All right, the rhythm, the rivers. All right, let me do these next two songs, and then we'll play it. I'm doing good. How are you? So for all the new people, my name is Jay Tarantino. I play guitar in a band called Etherius. This is my band right here. We have a new album. It's called Hymns of the Crimson Raven. And that's it right there. If you want to check out all the songs, if you're on TikTok, just click that link tree in my profile. If you're on Twitch, I have some links in my profile if you want to check out all the songs. I have lessons. I have all kinds of stuff. So if you want to check all that stuff out, again, just click that link tree in my profile on TikTok, and then on Twitch over. If you go to my profile page, I have a bunch of links there. All right, here's a song called Thread of Life. Hold on. All right, here we go. Gamer says, I got an idea. Next time someone is salty, tell that person to use some salt on their food. Yeah, I'll just have a salt shaker. It's like the power of Christ compels you, you know. That was from the first album. Yeah, that's our first album, which is called Thread of Life as well. Came out in when did it come out? 2018. Holy shit. That was 7 years ago already, man. Long time. Time flies, man. I can't believe it. This is our third album. Hymns of the Crimson Raven. I'm losing my CD here. So I'm starting to write music for maybe the fourth album. We'll see. Here's a song called Veins of Silver and Sorrow. Redneck, did you make it across the highway safely? I'm assuming you did because you just left me a comment. All right, VT says, awesome, man. Thank you very much. I need to start streaming I usually stream at night. I'm going to do another stream later tonight, but we got a little action going on in the afternoon, man. We got some people here. You're chilling in the parking lot? I'm gonna play that again because I fucked up the first verse guitar solo. What's up, Darkwing? You risking it all to say hi? Listen, I'll be back later tonight, so don't get fired. Don't get fired from your job just because you want to listen to me. What's up, E-Mensch? Did I wear my work? No, dude, I'm just wearing clothes that are comfortable right now. All right, which processor? I have the AxeFX. I'll be here for the both of you. So I'm running the AxeFX just direct into my interface, and then I just route the audio into OBS for the Twitch stream. I do the same thing for TikTok. What I do is I have a separate mixer. I split the signal into a little mixer, and then the mixer I plug into my phone. So that's how I do the stream on Twitch and TikTok and YouTube and Facebook. We're all over the place. All right, I'm gonna play that again. We got 20 minutes. All right, so let's do this. Let's do Veins, and then I'll do Rivers for you. Do I have a Discord? I do, yes. It is not very active right now, but I'm going to change that soon. So I'll post the link there in the chat for you. Give me a second. What's up, Stray? Stray's hanging out on her lunch break. I know. What is this? I'm streaming on your lunch break on a Wednesday. What is going on here? All right, hold on. Give me a second. All right, give me a second here. Hold on. How do you create a Discord link? I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I'm so confused. Yeah, Stray's bugging. She's been bugging me all week, man. This bitch won't leave me alone. No, I'm just kidding. There we go. All right, I figured it out. All right, cool. All right, we are on Twitch as well, so everybody on TikTok, I'm also on Twitch. Bro, I keep forgetting that I have a Discord server, and then I never use it. I need to change that. We need to build a community over there so we can post all the dank memes. That's really what it's for. Redneck's got to get to work soon, so I'm going to play this next song for him. It's a song called The Rivers of Sand and Blood. Texas Nikki says, "What? No, it's more confusing than Discord. Twitch is confusing, really? I mean, it was at first, but..." Yeah, bro, yeah. We've been talking about bringing it back for a year. This is true, yes. I like Twitch because, like, I definitely get a little more, the chat's a little more active, and the camera is better. The audio is better. But it's fine. That's why I stream everywhere as long as I can. It says every guy that can do, was that in video? I don't play video games, so I'm not included in that conversation. I have not played video games in like 25 years. Oh, it's a shooting move. Okay. See, I don't know these things because I'm not a gamer. Where am I from? I live in the... Oh, Stray just typed something in the Discord. Thank you, Stray. I live in the communist state of New Jersey. We have the highest property taxes in the country. She says we can't play on the same level. So I think Sonic is probably one of the last games. I used to play Sonic. All right, American Josh dude is in. Oh, you're in Massachusetts. All right, you feel it? Yeah, dude. So Northeast represent, man. I was gonna say something. Oh, you know what? The last video game system that I owned was Super Nintendo. And that was in like the late 90s. I do remember. Yeah, Stray says Arizona low tax. Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to move to Arizona. You still have your Super Nintendo? I got regular I'll never forget this. Since we're talking about video games, I got regular Nintendo for my 6th birthday. Christmas of 1990. I remember it I don't know why I remember this, but I remember it very well. I woke up at like 5 in the morning because I wanted Nintendo. That year, I just wanted a Nintendo. My parents got me Nintendo. It came with Duck Hunt. And I don't remember if you had to buy the gun separately. But I had that too. It was cool. Yeah, Nintendo was the coolest technology ever, yeah. All right, Texas Nikki says, I play Nintendo often. I got banned. How did you get banned by a 9-year-old on Xbox? Duck Hunt was the shit. That was such a good game. How many guitars do I have? Oh, you kept... you kept dying. So what you're saying is that if I ever played a game, I would not want you on my team. That's basically what you're saying, right? DK2. Oh, Donkey Kong 2, yes. Fuck yeah. All right, Geo says PSP. Is that the portable? That's the PlayStation Portable? I remember when the first PlayStation came out in like 94, 95? Something like that. How many guitars do I have? I have 4. I have like 10. Like 9 or 10. I had a Les Paul, but I sold it. I had an SG and I sold it. What's up, Nick? All right, let me play this song for Redneck before he goes to work. song sound? That was a song called The Rivers of Sand and Blood. What the hell is Spooky Scary Skeleton? What is that? All right, Nikki's got to go listen to the Scorpions in the Pool. Hell yeah. Did you say Hellions? All right, Redneck Brother, have a nice day. Spooky Scary Mummy. Pyramid. Ooh. All right, we'll do Pyramid. I haven't played that one in a minute. All right. That's Stray's favorite band. Oh, it's a Halloween novelty song. I didn't know that. Thank you for that. Yeah, little Judas Priest for you. Can I play rhythm? Of course, absolutely. I'm going to play a song now called Pyramid of Mirror. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do Pyramid. You're going to see Corrosion and Conformity and avoid Judas Priest next month? That should be a good show. pyramid of mirrors. All right, Stray, go have fun at your meeting. If you don't see me now, I'll be back later tonight, too, so we'll do another stream later on. All right, here's the song. Pyramid of Beers. All right, Plow Lo says, very fast, clean, cool, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Here's a song called Sedna. Again, another track from my band Etherius. If you want to check out the songs, just click that link tree in my profile. Let me put a link here in the, let me drop a link in the Discord, the Twitch chat. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Hold on. I'm trying to drop the link in the chat, in the Twitch chat, and won't let me fucking do it. All right, there we go. All right, now we can continue on with the show. That was a song called Sedna by my band Etherius. What's up, Joshua? Thank you for the follow. All right, here's a song called Gilded Shadows of Oblivion. That was a song called Gilded Shadows of Oblivion. Alright, man, I'm going to do a couple more. But I'll be back later tonight, man. We'll be back maybe like around 8:30. I'll do another stream this evening. Alright, here's a song called Arctic Shadowscape. Do I still have Angel's guitar? I never had one of Angel's guitars. They all mine. Now, the guitar... Alright, so the guitar that Angel played in the Martian Winter video is actually mine. So... This guitar right here, this is the guitar that Angel played in the Martian Winter video. But it's really my guitar. Is a 2000... I think this is from... Yeah, it's a 2006 J Custom. I'm actually going to sell it because I don't play it. I don't really play it that much. Although maybe I should, because it is a very nice guitar. All right, here's a song called Arctic Shadowscape. Section again. What's up, Tanya? You just finished work? All right, so you got here just in time. man, we're going to do a couple more here. Here's a song called The Omnipotent. Shout out to everybody on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook and TikTok. I appreciate y'all being here. was a song called The Omnipotent right there. All right. I am going to play one more song. And again, my name is Jay Tarantino. My band is called Etherius. And I am dropping shit. We have a new album called Hymns of the Crimson Raven. I'm going to play a song called Ad Lib One, but I got to switch guitars here. Hold on. And I got a tune. All right, let me tune here. All right, here's a song called Ad Livun. All right, everyone. I am going to get out of here. That was a song called Ad Livun, another track from my band Etherius. I'll be back later tonight, man. We'll be back at 8:30. I'll do it all over again. Thank you to everyone. So if you are on TikTok, if you want to check out all the songs, just click the link tree in my profile. If you're on Twitch, just click the link that I dropped in the chat for you. And I will see you all later tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you very much. I'll see you later. Peace.